Hello guys, how are you? I hope you're doing fantastic. I have an update. I have a little something going on my farm, so I just kind of wanted to do a full video to explain it. I posted on my TikTok and on my Patreon, but I think it's one of those situations where I really just want to be able to explain more sides, because it's one of those times where I want to be completely transparent with you and show you kind of decisions that have to be made when you have cattle. Even though my cows are pets, you know, we don't really care if not every single cow here produces for us this, that, and the other, since that we do not depend on them for our income, essentially. You know, they are basically a hobby farm that we have. The money we make from them pays for them, but there's way more money that has to go into them. So I just wanted to explain to you what's going on. I have two ladies over here and they will be sold. And so I'm going to explain to you why that is and kind of everything. Doja desperately needs some attention though, so hang on. Hello, baby. Oh, hello, sweet Kiki. Yes, I know. When I'm in the barn, that means I need to pet you. Also, I'm wearing shorts and it's February. I don't understand, but apparently we're supposed to also get a blizzard, so that's just Ohio's weather for you. So this is Sapphire and Stella. They were born last year and they are out of LaFonda and Blue. Kaylee actually ended up showing them at our county fair. It was her first year and she had a great time, and they're two lovely little gals. But they have done a big no-no in my world, and so I have to think about my herd as a whole. So let me explain to you. Basically what happened is they were shown and they were in that specific pen while they were being shown, and everything was good. They were weaned at proper times, all that jazz. And then when I reintroduced them to the herd, they were around Jolene, and Jolene had babies late, so she was producing milk for Conway and Loretta. And we noticed that the twins were aggressively getting kicked out by those two big heifers because they wanted Jolene's milk. And mama cows will normally like kind of kick away or like shoo away baby calves that aren't theirs. But it's incredibly hard for a mama cow when the baby who's trying to get the milk is 600-700 pounds, and they were winning a lot of the times. So we were just like, okay, no big deal, we'll just keep them separated. Well, they actually ended up breaking out a few times. I even filmed one of the times on TikTok. They got out to get back in with Joe because they wanted the milk. And I just figured, okay, you know, they'll go through quite a big amount of time of a dry spell while Joe is over there. They're not with her, and these cows are waiting to get milk for when they have their babies. Well, today I was really wondering, because some of my girls like Ginger and LaFonda were showing a good bit of dilation in their vaginas, but they weren't making much milk, like I hadn't noticed. But then I looked close, because luckily most of my ladies are friendly, and I got really low, and I was like, someone has been nursing Ginger. And I was like, shit. And I walked up to the hay ring, and sure enough, the little shits are nursing LaFonda. And this may not seem like a huge deal, but let me just explain to you how astronomical this is, because I literally have to call my vet for advice. Because the first milk that a cow makes is called colostrum. And it's basically just like superfoods. It is just so many vitamins and minerals and nutrients that baby needs. Humans make it too. It's that first milk that they really start working on, and it just is like a huge jump start to any living animal's life when they get that first bit of milk. It is so essential to their life. It's actually why 2 years ago, this isn't about you. That's actually why 2 years ago Oswald ended up having white muscle disease, because his mother abandoned him and I wasn't able to get him colostrum in time, and he could have died from that. Like, it's a very big disease that kills a lot of calves, unfortunately. So the fact that those two have taken that from those babies scares the hell out of me, because I can feed them colostrum, but like, I don't know, like I have to call my vet, because I genuinely don't know if they'll make more or if I should just go ahead and, once Ginger and LaFonda and whoever has a baby, just go ahead and supplement real quick. You know, I have no idea. That's a question I have to ask my vet. But the other issue is I can't have that happening the whole time that I have calves, because I can't have two little calves fighting off these 600, 700, 800 pound heifers for their milk, because a calf, like moms traditionally make enough for their babies. Just like humans, you can have over and under producers, but they make enough for that calf as it's growing. These motherfuckers could drink so much more than a baby calf could ever imagine. And so that's not only going to keep that milk from going to those babies, but it's also going to cause my ladies to strain, because they're going to try to be overworking to compensate for that, because they're going to try to feed their babies. Like I said, a lot of times moms will kick them off, and that's probably why I noticed Izzy was kind of bullying them a little bit, and Izzy's more of my like take no shit moms. But unfortunately last year I noticed LaFonda was very lenient and very passive when it came to other babies nursing her. So I can't take that risk. And I have never in the 20 years that I've had cattle had 2 heifers stay on, like, so committed to trying to nurse off of cows. And that, like I said, is very dangerous. I don't want to end up causing harm to my little babies. I don't want to cause stress to my mamas. And so unfortunately, me and my dad had to sit there and weigh out the pros and cons, because I was like, okay, well, like, where can we put them? But unfortunately, we do not have a ginormous farm. So really the only option would be to leave them cooped up in the barn. But that's not fair to them, because that could be 5 months they're cooped up in the barn. And like I said, that's not fair to them. And I don't want to just put these 2 girls in a field, you know, halfway across the farm, because I only have 2 other fields remaining. I can't put them with Jo because she has babies, and I can't leave them with here because we're going to have 12, 13 babies here. So really the best choice was just to take them to a sale barn. That way we don't have to worry about it, because like I said, it's the quality of life for everybody that I have to think about. Now, someone might bring up that there are these like nose guards that you can buy, and I brought that up with my dad. But my dad grew up raising dairy cattle, and they had to use those often, and my dad said that's something he doesn't want to implement, because in his experience on his dairy farm, he always noticed that it would put a lot of strain on the mama cows, because you have to realize, I don't know if you've ever watched baby calves nurse, but when the baby calf is nursing, they will be sucking off of the udder, but then they will throw their head back and really lunge up, because they are trying to stimulate so that more milk will let down into the actual udder that they are nursing off of. And if you think, okay, that's a 100 to 200 pound calf, well, now you have an 800 pound cow and has something, even if it's hard plastic, in their nose that they're going to try to aggressively hit my mama cows with. And that could cause injury to one of the babies. And I don't want to worry about any violence either, because I know these 2 can be very aggressive. I've watched them when it comes to getting milk, and I just want no issues when it comes to baby calves, because they are so little, they are so fragile, and I would hate for anything to happen to them. And I would hate to also damper these 2 girls' lives by having to keep them cooped up at the barn for 6 months out of the year, because they don't understand that they don't need milk anymore. With our farm, you guys know we have a hobby pet cattle farm. I sell show calves, and then we do sell to sale barns. So that's the 2 methods that we sell. I either sell individually to people who want show calves from me, or we sell at a sale barn. These 2 are heifers. They are decent looking. They are, you know, going to be able to be bred. They're going to get sold to a farmer who is going to use them as such. They are not going to be turned into meat. They are not going to be, you know, anything crazy. Like, they will continue on to live their lives, and they will get to flourish. Oh my God. Doja. I'm sorry, intermission, because Doja wilded. But they will get to live their best lives on another farm, just not here, because like I said, I have to think about everything, and I have to just really worry about stuff like that. And sometimes I have to make decisions as a more business side, just to look at it from, I have to worry about those 12 calves, 13 calves potentially, and this is the best fit so that they're not, you know, lacking in quality of life department, and I don't have to worry about my girls stressing out or feeling like they need to make more milk, and I don't have to worry about the babies and having to, you know, compensate by giving them bottles. It's a cluster. Honestly, I'm still very frazzled. I'm still very much on edge with a lot of things. It seems like it's been when it rains it pours type of thing. Ever since the 2 cows died out of nowhere, I'm still waiting on the autopsy reports from Ohio State. I'm sure that they have a lot going on, so that's good Lord, Doja. I'm sure that's why it's taking a little bit longer. And I've just been on edge. Somebody in one of my lives, her name's Emily, she said it best, because she was like, when you have something like unexpected like that happen, you can almost develop PTSD where you're just always on edge. And let me tell you, I feel that 1000%, because it's so hard to fully explain to you, like walking into my barn every day being like, am I gonna find a cow dead? And then like my dogs and like Doja, like constantly being worried about Doja, and like the whole, you know, thing I had with her coming down to the house being like, oh my God, are you having kittens? Like, what do I do? And then Drama, my dog, he has Cushing's. I took him to the vet, even though, I mean, he ended up getting on another medication, so it was needed. But like the reason I took him in was very little. Like he literally just had an episode where he choked a little bit, and I like cried, panicked. I thought he was gonna die. And then just today, which it'll be tomorrow or yesterday technically, because I'm posting this on Wednesday, but Bella had a little hot spot, and I still just went ahead and took her to the vet because, like, I just feel like when it rains it pours. It's just been a very very heavy, like, couple weeks for us. You know, we're getting through, it's okay, but it's just like one thing after the another right now. And like when I saw that LaFonda's like udder was completely drained, my heart just sank because I was just like, really? Because I don't want to get rid of these two. But at the end of the day, I have to worry about the baby calves, and I got to worry about them. And so I am happy knowing that, like I said, they've had a great life here, and I know that they will have happy, healthy lives. I know that some person is going to buy them at the sale barn and use them for what their intended use. They're probably going to be bred and just live happy, healthy lives. But I have to worry about my girls, and so that is where I have to make that decision. Sapphire is mine, Stella is my dad's, so we had to make that decision together, and that's what we decided on because, like I said, we just didn't feel like there was any better solution that really encompassed quality of life and making sure our ladies were okay and not worrying about hassle. So that is the complete story. Thank you for staying around, and thank you for understanding. I know that sometimes I can get a little wordy, but I just really want to open the eyes of people to understand, like, even pet farms have to make decisions like this. Hobby farmers, you know, we do have to make tough decisions and tough calls, and we really deal with a lot of heartache and stress as well. And I think it's something that isn't talked about. I know a lot of times social media ends up being a highlight reel. You know, you get to see cute videos of my fluffy cows, and you get to see calving season and all this fun stuff. But I also want you to see that there are real moments that are hard and like decisions that we have to make that are tough. And I just hope that, you know, you enjoy the content. I know this isn't a super upbeat and super fun video, but you know, it's videos that have to be posted because it's real life. And I think that's what is lacking a lot in society, is just people being 100% real with you. So that is all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up, and you can go ahead and subscribe to hang out here. All my links will be down below. I'll be back with some more upbeat videos. I think I'm going to vlog some more again. I haven't done that in a while, and I really do enjoy it, but I will let you know as soon as I know anything back from the autopsy on Reba, and I will obviously keep you guys updated of when Doja and the other ladies start having babies. But other than that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.